you write that you had this epiphany that demonstrated really how embedded PE is really in all of our lives, whether we know it or not. You say what kind of seemed like an arcane corner of finance is actually central to really all of us. Can you explain that epiphany and what you mean by that?
Sure. Well, it really goes back to a trip that I had to Legoland, of all places, with my family, my 3 sons and my wife. We were on this vacation, and we were fulfilling a promise to my middle son, who's a Lego maniac.
I think that's where most business books start. Legoland.
Exactly. No, why not?
Yeah.
And so we're walking through, and I realized that Legoland is owned by Blackstone, the biggest private equity firm, and that we had stayed at a Hilton hotel, also owned by Blackstone. We had rented a car from Hertz, which is controlled by 2 other private equity firms. So I started thinking about all of these different brands, whether it was Dunkin' Donuts or the Weather Channel or 7 for All Mankind jeans, you know, things that had been either owned by or were currently owned by private equity firms. And then I also started thinking about this notion of where the money comes from. And I thought of my in-laws who have pensions, one from the state of New York and one from the city of New York. And both of those pensions are invested in private equity funds. And then there's this idea of the workers who ultimately report up to the Blackstones and KKRs and Carlyles of the world by virtue of what they own. And those numbers are staggering. 8 million people in the US alone.